And we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Washington Commanders and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's all up next.
Okay, I'm gonna record a All-Pro head-to-head. I'm Washington going against the Bengals. I'm a little hesitant. I'm hesitant on playing on all Madden because I do want to start. I am going to eventually do it. Playing some CPU all Madden, so y'all all Madden players can see how my sliders play out. So y'all basically affecting me with y'all reaction. Y'all pulling me into that arena, which is a good thing. I can say it's a good thing. That way I can actually say I could play on all Madden and on All Pro. But I'm pretty sure I would prefer All Pro. Maybe, I don't know. I did like all Madden, but it's definitely a much more of a challenge there, and a lot more skill, a lot more serious, and a lot less errors that you can make. You really have to concentrate more. I mean, with All Pro, I have to concentrate, but you still gonna have to concentrate even more with that. But anyway, let's get into this game. The broadcast is for you fellas that like to watch, and for those that don't know, my name is Jermaine, obviously, of course, and I do have the best all Madden and All Pro sliders on this planet when it comes to entertainment. Period. I literally just said on this planet. I am that confident behind my gameplay. Not just the gameplay, the whole experience. You have to take in every aspect that I've added to this gameplay. From the changing your PS5 to performance mode, changing Madden to performance mode, adjusting your TV settings the way that I have mine. This is performance mode. This looks absolutely fucking good, and it looks even better the more you start playing it. You slowly forget what the fuck resolution mode was about, because the gameplay is gonna make up for those little bitty pretty fucking graphics you can get on resolution mode. All right, and of course you need to input the sliders, whether you're playing on all Madden or All Pro. All right, let's get into it. If you do watch it, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share the video.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it, and sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8.
You see that boy running like, just like them guys be on the TV. Hard running.
You expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. So 5 yards here.
That shit looked like it hurt. Just the sound. If y'all played this yet, for those of you who have played on my sliders and have put in the 3D audio and also my volume settings, you know this sounds like some real fucking football that you would want to, that you hear on Sunday, Thursday, or whatever the fuck day the game play. I'm sure it's Sunday. You know that. And you are enjoying it like I am. I'm just elated knowing, even if y'all don't even tell me, if you do come by and you down and you play with the sliders, I just know that you're gonna enjoy it. Hey, shout out to the dude that put me on. I'm gonna get your name too. Let me go on this app and find your name. Fuck. Shout out to the dude. You know who you are. I might leave it down in the description. You mentioned the all Madden. Y'all question. It was 2 of y'all. At least 2 of y'all. Y'all questioned whether or not I had all Madden. So you know that y'all moved me in that direction to do that all Madden. And hey, I put it together. It's out there. Check it out, put it in, and go have some fun. Damn.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Burrow will throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just inside.
Ooh, boy, you all right? God damn, you got hit.
Completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Hey, for the dude, and for those of y'all who feel like y'all ain't gonna see no injuries, bam, there you go. That's 2 of them right there in the first quarter. They happen, but they, you know, this gameplay is so realistic when you put things on performance mode. And with my sliders, no bragging, but it's just the truth. It is what it is. I found it. I did the math on them. And it happens like, you know, what you might see on Sunday. You'll see it. You might not see nothing for the whole first or second quarter, or you might be so involved in the gameplay you're not even paying attention to the fact that one of the dudes just went down. Especially if you got family, a girlfriend, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be looking at it all the time. But I promise you, the tester. I am the tester. I'm watching this shit. This shit is Jermaine certified and approved. All right?
And maybe change things up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here we go. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all total. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. Discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a game of matchups.
It's a smart idea to know who you have on your team. I don't even know who this dude is. I think he had like a perm in his head. Where's this dude at? There you go, Cole. Cole Turner. Nah, that's not perm. That's it might be shit. I don't know what the hell it is. Damn, this dude big ass 6'7", 240. God damn, Cole. It's an NBA player. He's 65.
Take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Throwing his Wentz. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, this is going to be
Yo, what the hell? That was so realistic.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wentz. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders. And they would not
The way the audio is set up, I got the audio set up. It sounds like broadcast for real, for real. Not the generic shit that the default shit that comes with the game. If you have a halfway decent TV and you put my audio settings in, the 3D audio, and then put my volume settings in, it really, whew, boy, it just bring you in. Y'all know, whoever been playing this already, you know.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive.
I literally just seen every movement out of every player in that fucking play, yo. That shit was so fucking smooth. That performance mode is just it.
Right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field.
Boy, y'all see that shit? God damn, that was good. That boy stepped up into the pocket and made the motherfucking throw. That's how you do it. That's how you want your game to function. This ain't nothing but basic. It was basic math, and I enjoyed every second and minute of fucking figuring out what the fuck was going to work to make this game play realistically. And now I'm bringing it to the whole motherfucking world. I really would do that. If it reaches that point, if it don't, fuck it. I ain't gonna shit it. Goddamn too. But I would love for y'all to enjoy this. Like I've enjoyed
got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping
this is relieving. You know, it's better to have a relationship. For me, especially, and for you, some of y'all may not even know it, but may not realize how important relationships are. But those who don't have those relationships that they want, or have them where they want to have them, this is actually it does help with distracting you from reality for a minute in an enjoyable way. I'm sure y'all can agree to that. Unless you ain't got no brain cells in your head. You wouldn't even be watching this video if you didn't agree to it. You watching this video, you obviously like Madden. You like football. You probably, some of y'all probably played in NFL. Who knows? An NFL player might be watching some of my videos. Who knows? Never know who watching this shit. That would be dope if one of them watched it. See themselves playing true to life. And not that generic shit that Madden gave us from the jump, the EA that y'all give us from the jump, EA, Electronic Arts. Don't get me wrong now, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all credit for even making the fucking game. Alright, but I put a spin on this game. You hear me? Y'all guys at Electronic Art that is making y'all game the absolute best football game ever created. Like, hands down, you can't even compare this to 2K. Not that 2K, not 2K5. Nah. You can't compare my gameplay sliders with this game, of course. 2K. And don't get me wrong, I love 2K. NBA, them guys over there, they make some good sport games. God damn, he just laid dude down. So that's probably about 250 pounds, laying down 215 pounds.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been
I'm a nice sized guy myself. I'm 240. I range from 235 to 243. I'm about 6 foot, maybe 6 foot and a half. Some people say 6'1". I got some size too. Decent.
Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
11 Thomas, 11 Mighty, 11, 11, 11, 11.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Here we go.
First down, here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, that's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Damn, that was beautiful. God, Lee, that was beautiful. This gameplay is sick, yo. God damn. Y'all know it. If you watch it, you know this gameplay is it don't get no better than this. It don't. You know it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it.
Oh my God. Did you see that shit? Rewind this motherfucker. God damn. God. Oh my God. Yo, this is probably what, man. Every game, I'm always amazed. It's every game is a refreshing game. It's like it's really a new game. They got the boo-foo-foo, more realism. Those of you who've been playing with my slider, and I'm sure some of y'all out there that play this shit just as much as I do, probably more. Ain't even got a job. Play that shit all day. You know this gameplay is ill. Oh, I was in the zone. I created these, boy. I was determined.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown.
I had refused to play on default. I couldn't even deceive myself into that. I hate lying to myself, especially in some situations like this when I can just not be lazy and make something that worked for me. Found the one thing. Now all the other options can be obsolete. Find my channel. Find your way to my channel. Relieve yourself of the misery that you may be experiencing because you're trying to find the right gameplay for this game. And we already in what? Almost in week fucking...
Now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oh my God, this motherfucker's off.
Wentz going to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage.
Boy, this shit too realistic.
This time you wait for his man to come open.
It's just too good to be true, man. I can't believe it. It's really like a whole nother game now, in a sense. If you get what I'm saying.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Wentz to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
Oh, this feels so good. Y'all know.
18 and a new set of
Look at that
downs.
pocket. So beautiful. They all around him like a ring, just like in
Until they stop him.
like in real life.
He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Dots to Dotson. Dots to Dotson.
From evening this one up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wentz now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Y'all see it. You don't get that on default. Nah. You may every now and then. Rarely. Check out my sliders.
Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Burrow on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow, and he'll spot Higgins open left side. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still in. So we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Straight ahead, Gibson. They find some open field here. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Wentz. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Wentz. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
On play action, it's Wentz. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd down and goal. Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. He's got room past the 30 and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be at the end of this play on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Mix it up the middle. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Here's a give to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more.